And we are back. Welcome back to the Matrix Network. We're here, folks.
Where you can get the secret formula.
We're here. You guys will see this week, I'm back. I was saved by the boys. I was getting sucked into that loophole of thinking maybe I was wrong. Maybe the government isn't that bad. Maybe they're our friends. But I got restored back to the reality that that's not true.
You got tired of that pig slop.
Well, you guys will see this week. A colleague brings a slew of things that if you still believe that the government is your friend, that the elites are your friend, that they have your best intentions in play, and that's why they're doing things. I think it's going to be hard to watch all these things that colleague brings to light and still have that idea. So, appreciate colleague for reminding me. No, host. As much as we would wish that they would. Unfortunately, like that old adage, power eats power.
Well, with great... Oh, wow.
Oh, the guest is in the house.
Pinocchio is here. Sound like that, anyway, it doesn't matter. There's a scene on Shrek.
Wow.
It's a Shrek scene. Yeah. The guy's like, it's a thong.
It's a what?
A thong. Pinocchio was actually wearing a thong. Yeah. No, I don't have a lisp. A lisp.
Yeah, that's a very tough one.
It's a toughie, isn't it?
Well, that's what I want people to remember. As much as we want to hope, and maybe there is a hope at the end of the tunnel. I don't want to be this dark dystopian guy, even though I probably am already. I want to believe, but as that one guy said, you got to help me with my unbelief, because it is tough. I want them to be producing things, new technologies, all these things, so the future can be hopeful. The future can have a better outlook, that the future generations can find purpose and enjoy the beauties that are available. I can't say everybody has, but at least there's accesses and there's availability. That's what I want to believe. But when you watch the things that you'll see this week, it's hard to find that hope at the end of the tunnel, because those kind of narratives are probably a lot more common in their circles than not, unfortunately. So, yeah, colleague brings a lot of stuff. I don't want to get into it because I want you guys to watch it, but he brings a lot of stuff about what you already know, Epstein stuff. But he brings a lot of things to a visual level, a informational level, and I think you guys will enjoy it. I don't know in the context of pleasure, but in the context of information, I think so.
Did you get Elder on the screen yet? Just hang in there, Elder. We're coming. And we're coming to get you.
Hey, welcome in. The guest is here. Hey, Tommy Boy is also here. Welcome, Tommy Boy. I see Iron Man is here. Welcome, as always. I've said before. I don't know if I ever said publicly, but I talk about Iron Man even privately. When we had to reallocate the channel, I looked at who was the first subscriber to the Matrix Network. It was Iron Man. He's always there.
Shout out to Iron Man.
So I appreciate Mr. Iron Man. He's always there.
Yeah.
So we appreciate Mr. Iron Man. And we appreciate all you guys. It's tough because things have to shift, but you guys are always here. So we appreciate all you guys to join in on the beautiful conversations that we have here. And beauty, as in being the aesthetics, not so much as it's always pleasurable.
Bill's from the old neighborhood too, man. Shout out to Kensington.
Yeah, well, he knows.
Old neighbor, Kensington. Port Richmond and Kensington right next to each other. So, old neighbors.
Now, what do you mean by that, Tommy Goy? Only way that's going to happen is by force. Were you inferring because of what I was saying about hoping for a utopia? Are you saying we need to start a revolution? A 1776 Part 2?
Well, should I start reading the comments?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Iron Man is here. He says, yo, 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 top of the toilet tank, Eastern Standard Toilet Time. And then he said, well, my weekend just got screwed up. They arrested Prince Andrew. Wanted to go to the Pizza Hut.
Well, instead of going to the Pizza Hut, you can play dominoes.
Yeah.
Oh.
And get your kicks on Route 66, too, while you're at it.
Mm-hmm.
Little Caesar.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and David Zerm's another one. Yeah, he's always here, too. He's been here from the beginning. I can't say enough. I appreciate you guys as always being here. I'm sure Noah Cloud's going to jump in at some point, too. But I see a new guy, Malta's G.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
All right.
I'll read his comments. But Iron Man said, if I were a royalty, I'd be Prince Bill.
I don't know if anybody wants to be Prince anything nowadays.
What about Prince Rupert?
Yeah, I guess, maybe.
Or Prince Albert, he's in a can.
Oh, yeah.
Well, shout out to the original Prince. He warned us about the purple rain.
The fresh one?
No, the
Fresh Prince?
The musician.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
And he didn't know he was a prophet. He predicted the purple rain that came upon us last year.
Yeah. Well, the government said that they are basically doing that. They actually, in the last week, we talked about how the government's just saying, oh, yeah, we control the weather in Texas and, everywhere, basically. Yeah, that's us, raining and snowing. And then there was actually a couple of places they're like, oh, yeah, that's actually not us. And I was like, wow. So the list of rain that they don't cause is shorter than the list of rain that they. So whenever you see rain or don't see rain, you can blame it on the government. It's like, yeah, they're withholding the rain from you.
Whoa, I just had a thought. So the main agent that they use to create rain and snow through these chemtrails is silver iodine.
Mm-hmm.
We have a metal shortage.
Of
Silver
iodine.
was going through the roof. Were they trying to regulate the uses of silver so that they can control the amounts of rain? And if there's a lot of rain, you got to watch the price of silver. And so if there's a lot of rain, you may want to invest in silver because silver might be going up because they're producing a lot of silver iodine. Is that iodine? I can't remember. Silver something. How about that?
Yeah, how about that?
You
better bring an umbrella because our government rains.
Silver.
Water and snow. And they can change the colors too, as it were.
That's very interesting. I need to think about that. I got to chew on that like some cud.
Yeah, well, while you're chewing on that, I'll give you something to suck on while you're at it. YouTube bot says hello. Were you going to say something, Elder?
No, I was just thinking about, the burning snow, but so it's okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, you guys are doing a lot of thinking around here.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know how I feel about it.
It's all
Thinking or
right.
stinking?
I'll handle it.
Yeah, I'm trying to fly around by the seat of my pants.
Is your zipper down?
No.
Okay.
Whoa.
No, it's up.
Have you attached that universal urinal hose yet? Or you haven't got the upgrade?
I haven't got the upgrade.
Personal question.
Next question, please. That question makes me feel a little uncomfortable.
That's all right.
Iron Man says, yo, I like the intro music better. And then Cliff Commander says, that's all I come for. I leave once they join. Intro.
Well, that's good. I'm glad it's that impactful.
Yeah, you guys got to look out for Host's album. It's just got one song on it, one track, and it's that track. And it's on CDs. And if you buy it right now for a small price of $49.99 a month,
you'll get good neck.
Yeah. And it also comes with a DVD/CD carrier that you can put in your sunroof or your those flaps in your car. I can't remember what they're, visors. Flaps. And a CD player, Sony CD player.
Whoa, with
skip protection.
This is getting too expensive.
$49.99.
What you got me committed to here?
And
where do I sign?
But wait, there's more.
No, there can't be more.
You get a free ticket, 2 tickets, count them, 2, to Deer Island. Deer Island, everybody. I mean, that's
coming out of your budget.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Coming out of your pay.
Well, of course, I'm talking out of my mouth right now, but
I never know with colleague. He might be trying to set up something on the backside.
Yeah, Deer Island is not included, just for all of your sponsors out there.
But I will say, there is a lot of information. That intro clip, it doesn't have words, but if you watch it, there is a lot of information in that intro clip. So, yeah, if all you ever did was watch the first 10 minutes of that little intro, it would probably resonate with a lot of people. So I get that. We might not be as interesting as the intro clip, but at least you watched that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They probably all tuned out, so they don't even hear us talking about it.
Oh, yeah.
Slayers 3047 says, who did the opening? It's excellent.
Alice did. But she's no longer with us anymore.
R.I.P. Alice.
Yeah.
Pour a little out for Alice.
Yeah. You could go grave soak if you want. I heard that's a thing.
Talking about grape seed?
Grave soak. You go and lay on top of someone's grave, and then you can kind of channel them by doing that. There's nothing creepy about it. Okay? It's all in good fun and in good faith.
I think I'd rather take grape seed instead of grave soak.
No, grave soaking, I think, is good for your soul. So they say. I wouldn't know, but you can ask John.
Do you do it? But I guess not.
No, you can ask Lonnie Frisbee and those kind of people.
Tommy Two Shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tommy Two Tone.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those guys. Malta's G says, do you guys have a normal job? Host look like the kind of guy that makes fake snow. No, I can assure you the kind of snow that Host makes is real. It's 100% real.
I took a big hit after Trump got in office.
Yeah. After Host was done taking his hit, I took a hit off it too.
Yeah, well.
I'm just retired, so I don't have a job.
He
the government doll now.
When they started attacking those boats with 3 people in it, because those are the terrorists coming. It's like, bro, those aren't the terrorists. Those are the people with the silver iodine.
Ain't that the truth?
Mm-hmm.
Iron Man Metal says, literal satanic pedophiles run your government, but buy me a coffee link.
Yeah, we hit on that. I think you'll probably really enjoy this week's episode, Mr. Iron Man. That's probably a lot of the central theme in this week's episode. But again, don't want to spoil it. I think you will probably enjoy that.
Yeah, I really do hope you guys. I just want to give a shout out real quick. I hope you guys are enjoying yourself on National Tug of War Day.
Yeah.
Hope you guys are having good fun as you're tugging at each other.
But like colleague will tell you in this week's episode, when you're watching it on Saturday, it's Sticky Bun Day.
Yeah, Saturday is National Sticky Bun Day.
And that's because you've participated in Tug of War Day.
Mm-hmm.
Best sticky buns in Philly.
Well, there's a lot of sticky buns when you are tugging on the wars.
Well, tomorrow is National Love Your Pet Day.
Well, I have that every day. I love my pets.
Well, on Sunday is National Margarita Day.
No.
Ooh.
Elder was like, ooh.
I wonder if there's a cell.
Yeah, he's going to be enjoying that on Deer Island.
Well, you know how they always have these coupons. And, maybe they can give you a coupon on margarita. Maybe they can give you a coupon on a sticky bun.
Yeah, if you tell them.
But what's the coupon for Tug of War Day?
I don't know.
Like
Free tug?
Yeah, I was going to say, is it a free tug?
I don't know. I mean, there's only one way to find out. Actually, there's about...
It's probably a lot of ways to find out.
No, there's about 9 ways to find out.
There's a million ways to die, but there's only 9 ways to find out about the coupons. Gotcha.
1,000,000 ways to die. Choose one. Yeah, and also, Iron Man, you're saying satanic pedophiles run your government. It's your government, too. It's all of our government. We all share the same government.
I think you're assuming too much. He might be in an alternate septic zone, too. He might not... You know how in bottom Earth, we're not really affected like top Earth. He might be in a subterranean Earth, too. When he's saying your government, he might be telling us something.
Are you saying he's gone septic?
Well, he might be gone subterranean.
Well, you guys, it's Jason Bourne.
I mean, that is bottom Earth.
I've just always wanted to be regal, like the new Buick. Shout out to 7.
Are they bringing it back?
No, it's an old line.
Oh.
It was new when it was new. Sorry, Elder, did you say cornmeal?
Put some D's on it.
No, I'm just making old 70s and 80s TV references that no one will get.
From that
The
70s show?
Regal Beagle.
Yeah.
If anybody got that reference, throw it up in the chat because I'd be impressed.
Wow. I'm sure Iron Man can get it if anybody. Let's see. Cliff Commander says, JK, you should post a quick link to the files.
There's a lot of files out there. Which files? I mean, I can just post...
The pedophiles, what other kinds?
Well, there's petabytes.
Fingernail files.
There's petabytes of files.
No, he wants those junk files.
Oh, there's a lot of those, too. So, yeah, you're going to have to be really specific. Unless you can't, for unknown reasons that you can't tell us. Which, that's fair, too. Because there's a lot of links. Colleague always be shouting out these links. And I try to advise you not to go there. But, it's each their own. But Colleague always has links.
Yeah, like if you guys go to colleaguealwayshaslinks.com.
Don't go there.
Or even don'tgothere.com.
Yeah, you
Hey,
probably
listen,
should.
Colleagues' kids got to eat, man.
Yeah, that's true. It's true. Tommy Boy says, only way that's going to happen is by force.
Yeah, I was asking about that earlier. Is he talking about a revolution?
Oh. Cliff Commander says, my chats aren't showing up.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you about that. Is it not showing up on the screen either? Man, that is absolutely weird. You said that was Cliff Commander?
Yeah.
I gotta-
Oh, no. Check this. Check the spelling on that, guys.
On what?
That could be why it's not coming up.
I'll look through. I don't have anything in moderation.
It's not Cliff.
What? What are you saying?
Riff? I see Riffmonger.
It's Kilt Commander. Okay.
You're talking about like Kilter?
Yeah, like Hilter Skilter.
Okay. That's respectable.
Kilk.
No.
Almander.
No.
Well, what's those lizards called? The Colamanders or the Komoki Dragons or something?
Commander Dragons.
Yeah, like go
Komodo.
Captain. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kamago.
Yeah, Commando Dragons.
Is that like an inference of going commando style?
Yeah, the dragons that are going.
We're getting closer.
Yeah.
It has something to do with the area of being in commando style.
Oh, you're talking about like the big guns.
Or where the ammunition goes into.
You're talking about how you reload.
Yeah, you're reloading could be a possibility. Yeah.
My mind's blown.
Well, we could just call him Commander instead of Kilt Commander. It's easier just to say Commander.
Yeah, that would probably work. Although it's not going to get their comments up on the screen, but you can at least address them.
Well, I can see him. I mean,
I can't really see much of anything. I got like four things going on here, but shout out to Cliff. Shout out to Kronk, Kings of Kronk. Yeah, shout out to Lil John. And shout out to the shout outs.
Yeah.
But anyway, we can proceed.
Um,
I'm checking the moderation. I don't think I have anything activated, so yeah, I don't know why anybody's comments are getting deleted.
It can't just be his. It can't be his name because Kilt Commander has been on here a few times.
It's not Kilt.
There's no blocked words.
Kilt.
There's
it's
no
another name of a female anatomy part.
See comments on new windows. Moderation. Okay. How about now? Try something that got blocked and say something really extreme. I just double clicked again to make sure that there's absolutely no moderation. So anything that was previously getting deleted, try it now.
This guy's out here commanding
Cliffs.
clicks.
Oh, you're talking about like clickbait.
Yeah. It's a click commander.
It's not
None. There is no.
It's not click.
There's no blockage.
Click. It's not Click.
But sometimes it's clickbaity.
Yeah.
He says rhymes with snunt. So like Suno? We talk about Suno AI too and AI music.
Did you say snunt?
Isn't that what it is?
No.
Snort?
It's in that region. Like
So you
geographically.
replace the S with A, that's ant or aunt. So it's snunt.
No, go away
Aunt,
from there. Move
snunt.
away. Move away from that. Go back to the original. So
Snunt.
first three letters are CLI.
Yeah, click.
And there's just one letter after
Oh,
it.
he's talking about the clankers.
Like clank commanders?
Oh, I mean,
You
what
guys
else?
would be
Click.
terrible at crossword puzzles and hangman. 4 letters.
Now, if you say ant or aunt, so if you're saying ant and it rhymes with ant, then it would be clant?
Clint. Like Eastwood.
4 letters. 4 letters. First 3 CLI.
Yeah. You want to get lucky, punk?
Yeah, like a clan. Clant. Like clankers.
See, that doesn't make
Clam.
any sense. Clint Commander sounds more.
Clint.
Yeah.
Why does Clint sound familiar?
Because it is. It's Eastwood.
No, there's another
We ain't
Clint.
talking about Northwood over here.
We should. I don't know, but whatever. Shout out to the Commanders. I think we just spent 5 minutes on that. I want somebody to type something really blocked, something that was blocked. I just resubmitted again, even though it was already no moderation, no blocked words. Any chat that you guys have had blocked within the last 5-10 minutes, whatever, type it again. Let's see if it worked.
This is gonna get really nasty.
I don't care. I want to see, because this is stupid. This is the second week now. I think last week it was Tommy Goy that was talking about his was getting. If there's nothing else I can do.
I just took the hit. I took the hit. Let's see if it comes up.
Oh, you didn't have to do that, Elder.
You said something really blocked.
I was trying to get to my point. That is what the name of that person's username is.
You know, it's funny. I don't see it.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Oh, interesting. So maybe it does cut off. Well, okay. Then that just proved that his username, their username. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but it made it through at least once because you can see Clint Commander is right here. It says my chats aren't showing up. So it let Clint say it at least once.
Yeah. Well, maybe the filter caught it after that.
Whoa. Yeah, you guys could try to type in like
I mean, those are like some really blocked things.
What?
Oh, it didn't post out one, did it?
Which one? Did you do adrenochrome?
No, I typed suicide.
I'm sorry.
You should do it.
Shout out
I just did it again.
To the commander. Shout out
Suicide. They didn't let me post suicide.
Okay. What about adrenochrome? And you can even try Epstein. Why not?
Welcome to the
That's not how you spell
can't
it.
use on the network matrix.
Not how you spell it. It's
It's just like adrenal.
Yeah, it's
adrenochrome.
androchrome.
Androchrome. That's a completely different product.
Yeah, I was probably thinking about androids, robots.
That's polishing your Android.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, this is stupid. This is actually dumb. There it is.
You cut Tommy's word in half.
That's the proper way to spell it, too.
Okay. Okay, well, at least I guess they're not shy
now,
about that.
they won't let me. I tried multiple times. Suicide is not getting posted. So there are some words, and I'm the host of this. Not just a host. I'm literally the host of this live, so I have full access. So there are some words. Suicide is one of them.
I still don't really understand why. Oh, Tommy's gonna do it. But
yeah, well, see, that's fine. You can do it that way, but yeah, they're not gonna let you do it the other way.
What I don't understand why they have such hard feelings about the word suicide.
Well,
they're obviously killing us off. They want us to commit suicide. So why don't they want us to? And not only that, they're actually trying to do assisted suicide.
It's the psyop of control. They force you. We talked about it. It's self-censorship. Remember when I was talking about the third category is called the panopticon. Remember when I showed that illustration? There's a center, but then everybody's in their own jail, and it's only because you think Big Brother or Big Father's watching you, so you self-censor. They don't force you to censor. It's inverse totalitarianism. They don't force you to censor, but because you think there's consequences, you self-censor. So they want you to say things like unalive or grape or whatever, and it's because they're utilizing the tactic of the panopticon.
Yeah, the irony of that is like they're the ones who are graping children.
I think we can say
like
the word
they're
rape.
Actually doing the act.
I don't think we can type it down. I'll try to type it.
But I'm saying they're actually the ones doing the act, And then they get mad at us for saying the word.
If there was a moderator watching our comments, I'm going to be like, what is going on in this chat?
What's happening?
This is random. It's like, here's a word.
Yeah, see, this is what happens. It's because of Clint.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you're a clickbaiter.
A Clint baiter.
Yeah. Anyways, back to the conversation.
Yeah, back to reality.
Yeah, I can't tell you what's going on, but it is obvious there are some words that are being blocked. So I don't know what to tell you about that, guys. Sorry about that.
Did you try Deer Island?
I mean, I said rape on there, and that's a word they don't like.
Yeah, but that's not as bad as adrenochrome.
And I said that too.
Well, that's not as bad as Deer Island.
It's not up.
See?
Whoa.
You see? You see what you've done?
Jeez.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna
You
show.
guys remember what happened to that channel that used to
Wow,
be
that's
on?
real. They won't let Deer Island go up.
Yeah, watch. I'm gonna show you guys something. What were you gonna say, Elder?
Well, just that you remember there was this pretty popular channel that was up a while ago, and they got kicked off for some reason, and I just want to make sure that this channel isn't skirting, tragedy.
Well, whether we are or not, they're gonna
do what they do. And like I said, this is my last run on that. If they block this one, I'm just gonna go to Rumble. I guess you can say whatever you want over there. But I mean, I'm gonna run it.
Yeah, it's hard to make people mad when there's only 5 people watching you.
Yeah,
so.
that's true. But right now, I think we got more subscribers on Rumble than we do here.
Yeah. Well, here's this. I thought this was pretty interesting. Yeah. Well. Oh, hold up. Is this? I thought this was pretty interesting.
Oh, you got the Matrix down.
I gotta do this. There we go. All right. So I went on a deep dive researching Deer Island in New York. The next day, my account is locked and my laptop is not letting me sign in at all. So they can't even sign into their own laptop. Because of Deer Island.
Well, I'm doing the research on it right now, so let's see if I get locked. So if the whole broadcast automatically just shuts off, I guess it's all legit. Continuing on.
Next. Malta's G says the world is in the middle of being dismantled. To excuse me. To GWT, I don't know what that is. Gwt. Get it ready for the new world order. Things have been the same for too long in the eyes of the elite. Okay.
I don't know. I was actually talking about it earlier with colleague, and the hard part is, back in the day, I wouldn't even say back in the day. Let's just say 10 years. You used to have, Alex Jones has a following because he would connect some dots. It wasn't as obvious. I mean, there was some things that are obvious, but you had to get some inside information, put together some thoughts, create a conspiracy, try to make a pattern work, and it seemed informational to the audience. So there was this attractiveness to this secret, whatever phrase you want to use, Gnostic information that's being propagated. It's not like that anymore. Like in 2026, it's almost like some kind of Monty Python thing. It's like they're going to put it into your face so boldly. You have to feel like this is satirical. You don't even have to be some conspiracy theories. You just got to open up TikTok and yeah, well, there it is. There it is. They're just telling you. So I don't know. The only thing I can think of in the strategy sense is they're doing reverse psychology. They're trying to tell you so much that you get so acclimated to it that it's not even that big of a deal. Then they can do it, and then you're like, whatever. Or they're trying to make you believe that the current system, that's why everybody, if you watch those, they had that event over in Munchen, and from Macron to Rubio, the British Prime Minister, everybody was using the phrase New World Order. Everybody's heard the word New World Order forever, and it popularized 91 with Bush. But they're just saying it more and more and more prevalent, as though what they're implying is the current infrastructure is over, and now they're trying to institute a new one. And so maybe that's what they're doing. They're making humans' control of the infrastructure so frail and so obviously incompetent that when they establish something new, everybody's going to be like, oh, wow, I'm glad somebody can actually do some clandestine work again. And the CIA is actually something more than a frat party. We can actually do some secret killing off of, well, I was going to say something, but that's probably going to get banned. Killing off of people, and now the CIA's back. Wow, we're actually back again. That's the only thing I can think of as a strategy that they're doing, because if not, it's either real stupidity and incompetence, or they're utilizing a tactic of human frailty, old system frailty, so they can give you a new one and everybody will be happy with it. I don't know, you guys can tell me what you think, but yeah.
I think the age of stupidity was back in the day at the beginning of the American government, but I think now it's all strategic. Like, mistakes back in the beginning were legitimate mistakes, but it doesn't seem like that's the case anymore. That's just my spin on it anyway.
So I just did some research, and then I asked Google Gemini also, what's up with Deer Island? And why is it controversial? Why is it being blocked? They said the Deer Island can refer to a couple different things that you're asking about.
Is it New York specifically?
Well, the first one they said, are you interested in Deer Island by Neil Ansell? It's a book, and it's a 2013 memoir of British nature. Oh. And I'm like, no, I don't want to know about nature.
Oh, neat.
Then they said, well, there's a historical place called Deer Island in Massachusetts. Are you talking about this physical location in the peninsula of the Boston Harbor? It has a very complex and often dark history, going back to 1675. And I was like, I don't know if that's it. And they said, what about the secret society retreat in Deer Island, New York? This is a Skull and Bones. There's a 40-acre island is owned by Russell Trust Association and serves as the private, highly secretive, and reportedly very rustic retreat for Yale University elites, secret society, and Skull and Bones. Is that what anybody's talking about when they say Deer Island?
That's the one, because that's what that person was saying, Deer Island, New York, specifically.
Mm. So Google Gemini's not afraid to talk about it.
Well, that's good. But now your computer's going to be afraid to talk about it when you try to log in next time.
Well, we'll see. It's still, everything's running still.
For now.
Yeah.
We're not afraid to talk about it.
Yeah, what was your experience at Deer Island, Elder? Weren't you just telling me and Host off camera about how you go there pretty frequently? Yeah,
and we look at the deer. Sometimes if you're really still, they'll actually come up and eat out of your hands. It's an amazing experience.
Is that
eating out of our hands?
Is that an analogy for something?
Not that I know of.
No.
What kind of food do these deer like to eat out of your hand? Are we thinking like, I don't know, shrimp or maybe pizza?
Well, they do like pizza. I can't really say much more. I feel uncomfortable talking about it. Yeah.
Yes, I understand. I really do. And
New York does have some of the best pizza, though. I mean, I don't know if that's a coincidence, but what's even stranger is there's an actual pizza shop on that island, Deer Island, an actual pizza place. I don't know. Yeah,
I bet there is. I bet they have some really fun pizza parties too that you haven't invited us to.
Hey, you don't have the membership
We had to get our invites from Adam Sandler.
Well, to give you guys more information, Deer Island is roughly the 40 to 50 acre piece of land located on Thousand Island region of St. Lawrence River, just off the coast of Alexandria Bay in New York. Sits right on the border between the United States and Canada border. It's exclusively owned by the Russell and Trust Association, which is the official corporate business arm of the Skull and Bones Society. Because bonemen have, and that's what they're called, so I'm not making fun of them, they're called bonemen. Because bonemen have historically controlled vast amounts of wealth and political power, conspiracy theorists, quote unquote, often paint Deer Island as an opulent pleasure palace where the global elites meet to decide the fate of the world. The Golden Age. A century ago, the island was genuinely elegant. It boasted pristine tennis courts, softball fields, gooseberry bushes. Mm-hmm. But the modern ruins of it, today it looks like an overgrown ghost house. The island is covered in thick indigenous forests of white pines and hemlock. So the island was originally purchased by a name of Samuel Miller in 1856 for a grand total of $175. Sometimes before 1949, his son, George Miller, gifted a massive 15-room stone building on the island to the society, the Bone and Skull Society. Unfortunately, a massive 1949 fire burned the outlook to the ground, destroying its valuable collection of books and antiques. Another one of these great fires of the United States.
So all of these Skull and Bone, like Pirates of the Caribbean flags and all that stuff, is this all a reference to Skull and Bone Island?
Well, that's that secret society.
That's interesting because they were pirates.
Yeah,
but not
pirates.
Yeah, but they were Pirates of the Caribbean.
It says Deer Island remains active and a mandatory part of Skull and Bones experience, the initiation. Every new class of 15 initiates at Yale is required to visit the island, usually for the late summer. Instead of plotting world domination, this retreat is to initiate these individuals into the Skull and Bones Society.
I wonder what their initiation practice looks like.
But that's what Google is saying. So I assume they don't have a problem telling you that stuff. Now, what was this guy researching to get his computer deleted? There must be more than the surface historical information that anybody could get about Deer Island.
Well, what what he was looking up before that?
Yeah, what do you guys know in the comments? What do you guys know that are listening to the live about Deer Island that Google clearly will not be telling us?
Anybody out there who's been to Yale? Of course there is. People that watch our show usually go to Yale and Harvard. I forgot about that. It's usually our audience.
I've driven past Harvard.
What about Yale? Do you ever make any trips past Yale?
No.
Well, you know who was a graduate of Yale? J.D. Vance. Mm-hmm.
So he had to go to the Skull and Bone.
I don't know.
And he had to be initiated. I thought it was mandatory. Didn't you?
If you want to be a part of that society, it's exclusive to the Yale people.
Or a politician.
Yeah, so, you know.
Yeah, well, I always knew something weird was about that guy.
Now, Noah Cloud says it's all about buck breaking. I don't know if it meant butt breaking, but...
We're having a letter problem today. I feel like we're on Sesame Street. Brought to you by the letter K or the letter T.
I'm not the best when it comes to that. My eyes are not the best. I see with my mental eye more better than I do with my physical eyes. Yeah, I was seeing somebody. The third eye. There's these people on the internet who believe the third eye is so embedded into your aspects of revelation that they believe it becomes calloused. And how you can, and it's magnetic and has a magnetic field. So what you do is you get a magnet. You get a piece of metal, and you can see if it can attach and stay stuck to your forehead. And if it does, then you're clear, and your third eye is in full view. But if it doesn't and it falls right off, it's really calloused, and you got to do some special exercises to clean all that callousness off so you can get the full effect of your third eye. It just looks real stupid because you see these people trying to put metal stuff on their forehead. But, each take that for what it is.
Yeah. Well, that explains a lot, I guess.
Iron Man says brown eye.
There you go.
Is that sort of like pink eye?
Well, I wouldn't recommend trying to check if metal sticks to that. Yeah, it might be a little painful.
Yeah, maybe Johnny Knoxville has an episode for that or something.
Yeah, call. Is your brown eye calloused?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is your brown eye blue?
Or, yeah.
It's probably a whole documentary on that.
Probably.
You should probably look that up.
Yeah. Browneye.com.
Yeah, I'm not typing that.
Okay, well, like Elder said earlier, pinkeye.com.
Yeah, I'm not typing that either.
Okay, what about dryeyes.com? Like that guy, he's like, do you have dry eyes?
Anything that comes out of your mouth.com, I'm not doing it.
Anything that comes out of your mouth.com. I'm not doing it, or .com.
Slash
I ain't doing it, /AI, / this is going to hijack your entire computer.
.edu.
Like Deer Island.
Hyphen gov. Yeah.
Hyphen, yeah. David Zerm says, this is a great community in this beautiful simulation.
I couldn't say it any better.
It's a wonderful day in the simulation.
Yes. It should always be a wonderful day in the simulation. Unless you're an NPC. And you have to watch, like colleagues showed. You know, imagine if you were an NPC and all of a sudden you saw these cars flying across the screen, people flying straight out of vehicles, things, animals running like 300 miles an hour, smashing a telephone pole. Imagine if you were an NPC in the game, but you had like this mental understanding, like a humanistic understanding. You're like, what is going on? Then it might not be the greatest day, but for our simulation here, it's a pretty good day.
Yeah. Maltas G says, I always miss the lives. It's on late and I'm normally in bed, but I listen when I'm at work.
Well, we're glad you made it. We're glad you are here.
I'm just wondering if they listen to it at work out loud, because that would be interesting. Or with the headphones.
Noah Cloud knows what that's all about. He was actually listening to it out in the forest, out loud.
He was given the truth.
Yeah.
Oof.
Oh, well, the animals can hear us.
Well, Noah Cloud wants you to go to a website, pandaeyes.com. Oh, .gov, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Going to tell you the truth about pandas.
He also recommends we should be doing our brain kegels.
I second that.
Yeah. That's very important.
Noah Cloud, could you tell us exactly step by step how you perform those so we can replicate it just like you? Like explicit details.
Maybe some illustrations?
Well, I don't know if we can show those, but at least the details can get on.
Why not? I mean, I think he can show his forehead.
Yeah, I guess. Put it in Discord.
Yeah, there you go.
It's getting a little toasty in here now.
Yeah, it's getting a little hot. Iron Man says the poorest person in Kensington is the Tooth Fairy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, nobody has teeth.
Yeah, I was gonna say I never really thought about that, but you're right. Wow, that's truth. That's deep.
I got teeth yanked out by a dentist in Kensington.
Maybe he was indebted to the Tooth Fairy.
Could be.
Well, David Zerm says Tommy is talking about prison force.
Talking about codify?
I think he's talking about being locked up.
Well, you remember, Codify is that company that wants to create virtual prisons.
Is that Spotify?
No, it's just Cognify. I was calling it Codify but Cognify is what it's technically called. And there's 2 layers. Cognify doesn't do the second layer. You know, there's one layer where they want to make a pill so it slows down time. So you can feel like one day is like 1,000 years. But Cognify wants you to be put in a semi-sleep state, and then you are put on these virtual goggles, and you're kind of in a lucid state, but you're not really able to move. And you're going to be forced into whatever prison these goggles make you be in, because you ain't going to be able to tell the difference between reality or not, because you're going to be in this virtual reality in a halfway sleep state. And so if they want you to feel somebody else's pain that you inflicted on them, like if you rape somebody, they're going to put you in a simulated rape state.
That's pretty creepy.
I can imagine that wouldn't be as bad for some people out there as it would be for us.
Well, it just depends on, you know, they'll know what you are, what's not your fancy.
Yeah, I mean, because I can imagine, like, what are you going to scare people like Jeffrey Epstein with? Like, you're going to get manhandled.
No, you're going to scare.
Oh, no.
You're going to scare him with hard labor and working at McDonald's.
I think he'd like that.
You think so?
Go.
Yeah, because it's going to be reminiscent of, you know,
No, it's just going to be him
people
and a bunch of old men.
Yeah, that's basically like back on the island.
Oh, it depends on. Well, that's not what we alluded to in this week's episode.
Yeah, I mean, they're always. It's like they're serving us like we're dining out.
You know, the number one fear for a lot of people is just being alone, like absolute alone, not like alone with stimulations, but alone with no stimulation, like a white room,
Like solitary confinement.
Yeah, but I mean, it's a really bright white room, and there's no real stimulation.
Sounds like heaven.
Maybe for the first 2 minutes.
At least in the Greek understanding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's usually, you know, the fear is zero stimulation. It's almost like being paralyzed. You know, you always have a motivation to do something, but the fear really triggers when you are looking around, almost like sleep paralysis, right? You're looking around and you can't do anything.
That would suck if you just had to sit there and stare at a blank wall for the rest of your life because you're in this chamber.
You don't even get a clock. It's just this wall. That's it.
Well, how about self-stimulation?
Yeah, it sucks still.
Yeah, well, anyways, I don't know if that's what Tommy Goy was talking about. But David Zerma saying has to do with prison force. But that's what came to my mind was Cognify.
Iron Man says, all the Puerto Ricans love Prince in my neighborhood because they thought he was Puerto Rican. Then they found out he was black and he wasn't that much loved.
Well, he said Prince. I thought they were talking about Prince Andrew.
No, the other Prince.
I'm pretty sure
The
he
real.
was not Puerto Rican or black.
Wasn't that famous fake boxer, Jake, the guy who Tyson made a bunch of money off of?
Jake Paul?
Yeah, I think he was going viral this past week because he's in Puerto Rico. And he was making a real hard stance about who is an American. And
Yeah, he wants to fight Bad Bunny.
is he Puerto Rican?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. People make all these statements and make all these claims. And it's like, well, just stand behind it, right?
Wait, he wants to fight Bad Bunny? Isn't Bad Bunny Puerto Rican or Cuban or something?
That's what I was just asking.
Yeah, he's Puerto Rican. Yeah, Bad Bunny is Puerto Rican, and Jake Paul wants to fight him. You know,
Yep.
like I guess one of those. Yeah.
But he's a singer. He's not a boxer. That's not even
know.
fair.
Well, I don't know if Jake Paul is actually much of a fighter either. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't think so either. But I mean, at least he had.
I don't know these things. I don't follow the internet stuff. You know.
Yeah, one guy though took all of his billions and pumped himself full of steroids and got a bunch of iron pumped in. The other guy took his billions and made himself famous off singing. So it'd be like Bad Bunny challenging Jake Paul to a sing-off or something. Like, let's see who has a better
Maybe they
voice. It's
could do
like,
both.
Yeah, but wasn't Jake Paul once a Disney actor?
I don't know. I know he was some weird little white kid or something that became YouTube famous for some weird reason. I don't know. It's kind of like Mr. Beast. I never watch any of their stuff.
I think he just sold a Pokemon card for like 16 million or something like that.
Wow.
Mind-boggling. Like for a Pokemon card.
Jake Paul or Mr. Beast?
I thought it was Jake Paul.
Oh.
Well, I always want to take an opportunity whenever I can to say it. So, welcome, Balzania.
Oh,
he's back.
Nice.
Every time I can say it, I want to say it.
Yeah,
it's a good name.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said, "We live."
We do.
Yeah. Need a pair of sunglasses.
We live live.
I'm sorry.
The elder said, "Tom, remind us."
Yeah, he was talking about last week. I don't remember last week. I don't remember an hour ago.
Oh, you're into the 15-minute theory.
Is that about old people forgetting stuff? Sure. Yeah.
A little bit.
Go.
How do you know you weren't just created yesterday and planted all these memories and you just believe all this is real and you're living in a virtual simulation?
In my case, completely true.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if I snap my fingers, you're going to forget that you're gay.
It's a double entendre.
Iron Man says, "My dad used to use silver nitrate in rockets to seed the clouds over New Jersey on his buddy's farm."
Yeah, see, there's something about this silver. And I don't know if it had anything to do with the high prices that we saw, but it is interesting.
Well, they used to give certain patients shots of gold, actually injecting gold into their body because they thought it would clear up something. I forget what it was, kidney. Yeah, it was something, but arthritis, and yeah, they used to give them shots of gold, not Goldschlager. Actual.
I'm glad you cleared that up.
Yeah.
I know what they use for plants to make them hermaphrodites. They use colligated silver. So if you don't want a male and a female plant, you don't want that over pollination, you can change it into a hermaphrodite by using colligated silver, and then the female can self-pollinate because they'll produce, turn into a hermaphrodite, and so that way you don't have to have males.
Don't give certain people ideas out there that might be a bad idea.
I mean, it's a common thing for people who are dealing with horticulture and plants.
Yeah, but we don't know. Does it work on humans?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. There's something weird about silver. That's what I've been alluding to. There's something about this silver.
I'm sure somebody out there knows.
I mean, it's one of the most conductive metals we have. I mean, there's something about silver.
I think gold is more conductive than silver.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Go ahead and look it up.
What about copper?
We'll look it up.
Just go ahead, look it up.
We'll look it up. Yeah.
I have copper in my veins, so.
Are you a Vulcan?
Yeah, I'm pretty conductive.
I think you're pretty valuable after they eliminated the penny.
Yeah, I'd say.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
Something's about this silver. Somebody out there in TV land needs to make a documentary telling us what's up with all this silver.
Silver and gold. Silver and gold.
Silver and gold.
He caught the reference. I knew he would. My plan worked.
We don't know what that plan is.
Only I know the plans I have for you.
Says the wise man in the corner.
Yes.
He's like one of the oldest young people I know. That's a compliment, just so you know. I'm not insulting you. I'm just saying.
Thanks, Dad.
At least you didn't say Grandpa. Thank you.
Yes. Father Abraham.
Whoa. Ronald McDonald.
Maltus G said, it rained every day in Britain this year. I'm going to check the silver prices. Oh, yeah. Good idea. Anytime it rains, check those prices on silver. You know what time it is.
Listen, I want to give kudos where kudos are deserved. And host, you are absolutely correct. Silver is the most electrically and thermally conductive metal on Earth. I was shocked because I thought it was gold. And I would have thought because gold is more expensive than silver, that they would just use silver because it's cheaper, but they'd use gold where they could. But apparently it's highly mobile valence electron, and its atomic structure allows it to have
very low restriction when it comes to the electron flow.
Yeah, silver is superior. Copper and gold are more commonly used in electronics due to silver's high cost and tendency to tarnish. That's interesting. Learn something new every day. Here's to you.
I don't know. I'm just trying to point out there's something about silver. I mean, they use it for everything: cloud seeding, plants, electronics, medical resources. Try to put it in your mouth. I mean,
it's in Centrum vitamins, Centrum silver.
I'm saying there's something about the silver.
Well, even the Cowboys knew about it too, apparently. Look at Hopalong Cassidy. He's like, "Hi-oh, silver, away."
No, that was the Lone Ranger.
Was that the Lone Ranger?
That was the Power Rangers.
Lone Ranger. Again, who are you talking to here? It was definitely the Lone Ranger. Whose horse's name was Silver. And Tonto, whose horse's name was Scout.
Tonto. Oh, Hopalong Cassidy. Is that a comedy?
Is that who made Yankee Doodle?
No, that was one of the old westerns.
That where they get
Yankers? I think it was a cereal, if I'm not mistaken. Not a cereal you eat, a cereal you watch.
Yeah.
Is that why Yankees are called Yankers? Yankees?
I really couldn't tell you.
Yankee Doodle?
That's way above my pay grade.
See,
Yankers.
Think about it.
Tug of war with the Yankers.
No, think about the doodle. Yankee Doodle. So it's implying that Yankees have doodles and they're yankers. And what are they yanking? The doodle.
Shower thoughts.
Hey.
I think there's a lot of doodle yanking going on here.
Hey, but they made it into something famous. They wanted you to remember it, even children. Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony.
Yeah, I feel like you're yanking our chain, though.
Stuck a needle. Was it a needle? Stuck a feather.
Feather.
Yeah. Of what? Lab-grown chicken.
Called it macaroni.
Lab-grown chicken in his hat. And he tried to play it off as macaroni. See, they were already prophesying the fake chicken. Stuck a feather. I want to say needle because there's something going on in my head about COVID. But stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni. They're already telling you they're going to play psyops on you.
Oh, well done, son.
Yeah.
Excellent exposition on that song.
Yeah.
I say.
Next.
Back to the chats.
Encore. Iron Man says Samsung just came out with a new battery that uses a ton of silver in it, but it's super safe and better than lithium-ion phosphorus.
Yep. It's a solid state battery, and it's supposed to be a lot less. You know, they've been telling us about these solid state batteries forever. And solid state, the reason why it's more safe is because there's no liquids. So, I mean, I guess there's some technical parts about it all, but that's the theory. It has a higher energy density. That means you can compress a lot more energy inside of a smaller space. And so theoretically, you should be able to double the capacity. And so if they could pull it off, think about it. How much space they would save in a phone. So that means more room for electronic components. They could save more space in a car. They can reduce weight. But that's all the theory of the solid states. But we've been hearing about these battery evolutions, these high energy density. I'm going to wait till I see it. Everybody's talking about they got something.
They said silver batteries generally refer to high performance, long lasting cells utilizing silver oxide,
Mm-hmm.
interesting, or emergingly
Silver
silver carbon
carbon. Yep.
composites for EVs. Yeah, interesting.
AGC. Yep.
40% more runtime than lithium ion.
And they're safer because they don't use the liquids. And see, liquids, they the anode and the cathode, they can start to collide. The current can collide because the liquids, when you puncture it, you can make the circuit collide. But when it's solid, it's harder to have that problem. So it's going to be a lot safer than a liquid. That's the theory of why solid states would be more safer. But again, I don't care. I want to see it. Everybody's talking about all this stuff. I want to see it.
I want my flying car.
Yeah. And I know you can make it on a small scale, but yeah, let me see it in a car. And I'm not talking about some theoretical concept car.
Alrighty.
Yeah, we just don't have the technology to get off this century-old gas power stuff, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, I'm sure Samsung has an incentive. I mean,
No.
they make all these phones.
They don't have anything.
And, I didn't know, but Samsung apparently makes tanks, makes cars, makes all kinds of stuff. So,
Yeah, the only thing that we've figured out how to not make gas-powered is the most powerful things we have is our cell phones that don't run on gas. I don't know how we managed to do that, but we pulled it off.
you know what came to my mind is if they're sitting here studying so much about energy density, compression when it comes to batteries, which is just a fuel source, why don't they give us humans higher energy density food that we can eat a little molecule of food, a little bit of food, and you can compress so much energy density in that little piece of food? Because, I saw some YouTuber, I don't know what, I think his name is LA Beast or something. What he tried to do is say, I want to take 12 or 20 grilled cheese sandwiches. I want to compress it into a 3x3 cube. And then I want to eat it and see if it satisfies me as much as if I ate 20 or 12 or whatever grilled cheese sandwiches. And because it was so compressed, yeah, because when you looked at it, it seemed like, oh, that's very doable. Well, it was taxing just to do that. So,
yeah. But you know what I would worry about it not being able to break down in the stomach because it's so compressed it won't get broken down, and then it'll have to come out. And I don't care how big it is, I don't think it would come out painlessly.
But that's
Probably
what I
have some kind of what do they call those, bowel obstruction or something.
Yeah, grilled cheese obstruction.
Yeah.
Well, I was just wondering, why don't they figure that out instead of us trying to figure out? Oh, we're running out of food. Why don't you just invent a higher energy density food? I can eat like one Fruit Loop, and that can satisfy me all day and give me all kinds of energy.
That's what you used to see when they used to have these movies about the future. People like, oh, I have to have breakfast, and you see them swallow a pill. And,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, I just had a full breakfast. Bacon, eggs, toast, hash browns. They take a pill.
Yeah, why don't they do that? They're over here trying to build batteries. Why don't they give me a pill?
They don't have technology for that.
Yeah. A friend of mine was experimenting on what he called human kibble. It was like kibble is like you feed dogs, right? But it was like that, but it would be highly nutritious. Like you could eat a handful of it, and it would be the same thing as like eating a meal. Yeah, I think he was doing okay until like we all tried it, and it's not something you really want to put in your mouth, unfortunately. Yeah.
Well, the only one that's known to do it is Willy Wonka. He had that piece of gum that you could chew, and it had like 5 courses of meals inside of it. But it'll make you turn violet.
See, I don't think the problem is hunger as much as
Thirst.
Energy application. Like
nutrition?
No, just application, like force, like momentum and force and usage. If I don't go, how many days can I go without eating anything? drinking water, whatever, but not eating anything. And let's say every day I had to do the same task. I had to lift 40 80-pound bags of concrete from this pallet to this pallet. And I do that every day. How many days can I do that before I just don't have the energy to do that anymore? And now that's a simple way to test the energy density. So now, after that, I figure out maybe I can go 3 days. Now I'll try eating a hamburger from McDonald's. How many can I eat one hamburger? How many days can I go? Now, if you can devise a pill, can it go longer? First, the base test, the control test, longer than no food. Second, the next test, a McDonald's hamburger. Now you've figured out energy density because this one pill can actually allow me to carry 40 80-pound bags of concrete more than McDonald's cheeseburger. And what I'm saying is they could try to devise something like that, but they don't. They just keep on giving us McDonald's cheeseburgers or whatever, or lab-grown chicken or anything else. And then they complain that we ain't got no resources, which we know that's fugazi. So I guess why I'm saying all that is they focus on making a cell phone battery with high energy density. Why can't they just give me a pill?
Well, yeah, especially if you could add in the nutritional value too. It would be very efficient. And yeah, you're right. You could send these things, they'd be small, light. You could ship them very easily and cheaply to places where people are having nutritional issues.
Yeah, you want to talk about solving world hunger. If they figured that out, there would be, because, hunger is a mental state. There's many people who fast for all kinds of reasons for months. I think the world record was this guy. He was under a doctor's monitoring, and he didn't eat for like 300 days or something. Hunger is one thing, but actually the ability to be applicable. How many days can I work on the same constant efficiency level with the lowest amount of input? Well, now you've really solved something.
I just had a random thought.
I like that.
Maybe the elites weren't actually eating people on Epstein's Island or anywhere.
What a thought.
Maybe they were actually forcing us to eat people.
Well, like Soylent Green.
Soylent Green.
Yeah, but I'm saying they're not doing it themselves. So we all thought Epstein was eating people and all the elites are eating people. But they're only doing that so that way we can get more indoctrinated to do it ourselves. We'll feel less because everybody knows now that McDonald's is human meat and all this. There was rumors and then it came out in the Epstein files that yes, they're using human meat in these burgers and all this stuff.
That was the redacted part.
Yeah. All of them are using it. So it makes me wonder. It's so the elites really can just point their fingers at us and be like, you guys are the ones eating people. We ain't. We're just here on this island.
These pills.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess if there was anybody actually eating pills with that kind of efficiency, it would be the rich.
Yeah, but they want to taste the food too. You don't get to taste it if it's already gone and you swallow it.
Well, you could probably just do that like a pleasantry. It's almost like a luxury. It's like if I want to taste this, I can. But if you're just looking for efficiency, like I just need to go to work right now, pop this pill, I can do everything. And so I want to go taste a steak. All right, fine, I can do that. But now it just becomes a pleasantry instead of a necessity. While the rest of us, we actually need the food because we don't have that technology. They may not. They just do it as pleasantries.
Yeah, I reckon.
But yeah, they wouldn't give it to the rest of us because that loses all the control, loses all the power. Because the number one thing that reduces a group of people to innovate is the idea of infinitive amounts of resource gathering.
Well, all they have to do is see how much, they give us a meal still, but it's like 10 pounds of cockroaches in a little pill. Mm-hmm. And it's just pure, condensed, highly condensed, they went onto the nuclear level. Mm-hmm. And then you eat it. And once you eat it, it mixes with your stomach acid and all that stuff, and then it starts expanding, and you actually feel it. No, they don't have to do it like that. It's a meal. Because you see that on, what's that freight train movie? speed train or something like that. Ice train.
Snowpiercer.
Yeah. They actually find out that they're actually eating cockroaches the whole time. The people living in the caboose, they're actually eating cockroaches, but it's a bar. And that's not really that efficient. All you got to do is make it a pill. Condense all the cockroaches into a little pill, and then you can eat it.
Make biscuits out of them.
I think it's fearful for the elite. If there's so many people to control, it's easy when you have a tighter demographic like the United States. We have 2 oceans, and anyways, it's easier. But when you're talking about like India and Africa and China and everything else, there's too many people. Now, if all these people had so much substance that they didn't have to worry about working all day to eat, they could actually just start thinking. You're not going to be able to control that much innovation. So I don't think they actually want to abrogate the hunger issue, the food issue, because there's just going to be too much innovation, too much against the narrative, too many new ideas. It's too much.
Warning alert. It looks like Tom's trying to come in. He needs a link.
Oh, yeah, sure. Give me a sec.
Well,
hungry. The other thing is hungry people are also pliable.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at what we're talking about in that one episode. The Indian, I can't remember what act, but it was in 1840. But they forced the Indians to move into certain isolational regions, and if you come here, we'll give you food. And if you leave the zone, you're not getting anything. So starvation is a very efficient means of trying to control people.
It's a motivator.
Yeah.
Riffmonger says, "Who makes the intro clip?"
I think I already answered that.
Yeah. David Zerm says, "I was in Idaho hiking in the Sawtooth Mountains, and I boiled the snow so I can drink it, but it tasted like chemicals."
Some reason that's not surprising.
Wow, if it was near a city, I would have agreed with that. But you're hiking in the mountains in Idaho and it happens. That's a little scary.
Yeah, the rest of that message says it was undrinkable. It was a few months after Fukushima nuclear disaster.
That makes sense.
And then he said, I think I was drinking contaminated water. Too bad I didn't turn into the Hulk or something."
Or Spider-Man. Yeah, that's a shame.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It'd be cool for like 5 minutes.
Why?
I don't know. Just thinking about it. Oh, here he is.
Well, you know what happens when you get bit by a radioactive spider? You die of cancer.
Do you?
Oh, yeah.
Are there radioactive spiders out there?
Well, if there were. Yeah. What's that?
Whoa.
And Tom, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, Tom.
I dated a radioactive spider once, and that's what happened to me.
And now she's a Black Widow, huh?
Oh.
That's right. You hear that? You know who you are, lady.
You know, it's funny, that Spider-Man quote, with great responsibility, with great power comes great responsibility. Right. I've wondered if you could reverse that and say let's say you want more power. That means you need to take more responsibility upon yourself.
Is that what Trump meant by taking the biggest load?
I don't know if that's what he was talking about.
Makes sense.
But if you want more power in your life, you can take more responsibility and you'll get more power. If it goes hand in glove like that. Like you start earning. Huh?
No, because when I was working and I wanted to get a promotion and get more power, they would tell me, well, just take on more responsibility. And you know what happens? You wind up doing more work for the same pay.
Yeah, you fell for that shit.
I was young and naive, Tom. Come on.
Did you tell them?
I've never been that young and naive.
I mean, if you take more responsibility, yeah, I guess I don't know.
Leverage is how you move up.
Spoken like a true Gen Xer.
I was going to say, spoken like a true Machiavellian.
Well, yeah.
Well, like a realist, I mean, I see. Name a thing that doesn't fall into line with that, unless you're working for honest people, which these days, or when I was growing up, good luck. Everybody was a fucking, try to squeeze you for all you're worth.
Yeah, that's where that adage comes from. Get all you can all you get, and sit on the can.
I intend to.
That was the old policy of the old network.
Yeah, well, I think that's why people feel like if I don't do something to pry open this can, I'm going to be the one sitting in the can, and then they're going to be sitting on me.
Host,
when I worked
you're always
at
opening cans of worms. So,
when I worked at Home Depot,
I thought that was colleague. Sorry.
huh?
You said you're always opening cans of worms, and I said I thought that was colleague. It was a gay reference. Go on.
Whoa.
Oh. No, I don't have any worm farms.
Oh, come on. Ow.
Yeah,
Man,
well-
everybody's fucking sensitive here.
Look, Tom, we try to keep a professional atmosphere, okay?
No, we don't.
what channel is this again?
So when I was working at Home Depot, I took more responsibility onto mine own shoulders, and I got what was mine. Eventually, they liked me so much they kept me around. All the other employees were gone, and I was the only one there. So I was taking the jobs of 5 or more jobs, all by myself.
Now, did you move up?
No, but I had more power over those departments because
There was nobody left.
Yeah. So I took all their responsibility and their power.
With no
Did you
pay.
take their pay?
But none of their pay.
Well, no, I didn't get their pay, but I was paid in pride. Where the money wasn't,
I
the
wonder
pride
if they
was.
take that at Capital One.
I need more employees like you.
What's in your wallet?
I know.
That's a whole rainbow flag. That's a lot of pride.
See, I'm the factory worker that everybody wishes they had,
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
but they can't get.
I mean, you would make Rockefeller proud.
Yeah. they can't afford me, though.
Well, they don't have to. You're just going to do everything and not expect any more pay.
You have a GoPro that hangs off your back with a whip on it, and you just turn it on so that nobody has to do it for you.
There you go.
That's pretty cool.
Auto whipper.
Yeah, I've never whipped
You
myself
have a
before.
GoPro handle up your ass.
Whoa.
That's what they call a whippersnapper.
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
Yeah.
Whippersnapper.
Oh, that's intense.
I'll just bust your balls.
Well,
Come on,
know
you throw
worm
some
poop
this
is
way.
good.
I don't want it to be like Iron Man where you
plants.
fucking hate me at the end of this whole thing.
I don't
Too
think
late.
I don't think there's anything you can do for us to hate you.
I think it's great whenever you come on. Don't listen to what Iron Man says.
Hey, Bill's been cool today, man.
I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Bill. I just wanted to bust his balls. I didn't want to piss him off.
One day we'll get Bill on here.
I think he's came on
That
once.
would be cool. I would like that.
Yeah. You should come on sometime, Bill.
Yeah, I think he was living next to a nuclear plant or something like that.
I can't remember.
It'd be
I
really
just
funny
remember.
if he came on and I recognized him. Somebody in the old neighborhood. It's like, oh man.
Yeah.
Uh,
That'd
Oh
be
my
interesting.
God, it's Bill.
So, what are you thinking about, Tom? About
Bill
what's going
Gates.
on with the global regime right now?
I think we're being played, as usual. We're being walked into something.
What do you think that is? We want to know what you think.
An
that
AI
is.
government.
So you've
interesting.
you've settled on that's the end game is the AI total infrastructure.
I just know what I know. Can't say that I know the end game, but I know what the goal of this and all societies are, and that's total control. So if they can absolutely control you and dominate you, then they're going to, because we let them.
It's an interesting
But
paradigm
even if we
shift.
don't let them,
Go ahead. I'll let you finish
sorry.
yours.
I was just going to say, if we don't let them and we think that we're going to rebel, they're going to just use a little jujitsu to, take our momentum and use it against us because we're too dumb to know what's going on anyway.
They're going to do it anyway.
It's an interesting paradigm shift. I remember we were talking maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, and, the conversation was always around the end game being, can all of this actually be a good thing? Can there be a utopian hope?
Yeah.
And we were talking as though, maybe so back then. But
I still think that.
Oh, so you don't think it's absolute control in the unless you're talking about the control.
I don't think they're going to succeed at it.
Okay.
I just think that's the goal.
And what do you think they will succeed at?
Real IDs.
It really depends, because watching the average person flip their tune and be more open to ideas, I want to see how it's like going to be used against us, but I also can't. I don't see the angle other than an AI government, but then people are open to hearing that now. So now I don't really know what that mean. You know what I mean? Like because I don't think like AI is a bad thing. I just think that if it's centralized, it's bad. I think that it's actually a really good thing. It can clear up a lot of things that are, like I was saying in the comments, we have a big problem with glyphosate in our food, which, gives you cancer and probably makes you stupid. And that is something that can be wiped out with laser technology and AI. These things are not really that far away from being realities, and I just see positives in that sense. I don't trust anybody that's an official. I never have, though. I don't believe in like East Asia and Eurasia, and they're all going, they're all encroaching in. It's always this Cold War mindset that they like to keep you in order to, beat you with a whip. And not to say you shouldn't work hard, but like, to what end, obviously. And they're pushing people right now for some sort of revolution, and I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Hey, Tom, do you think
Yep.
there's a possibility that we are under an AI government right now, and that it's possible that what's happening and unfolding is like a generational plan? Like maybe it's playing a long game that may not see results for 100 years.
I don't think we're under an AI government right now. I don't think that's possible because of power constraints.
Okay.
What would be the signs of AI's coming? Like when? How would you know, Tom, when we are being controlled by AI? That's the government.
I think like all things, you have to accept it. It's like 9/11, right? How they walked you into that and going and fighting in the Middle East. It was the same exact play that they're doing right now. They take a thing, and then eventually you're screaming about towel heads. You know what I mean?
Because you're like, saying right now.
We're going to take this day.
But AI wasn't controlling
it's the same idea.
Government during 9/11. And you're saying they're not controlling the government now.
No, I'm saying it's the same mechanism, not the same thing, but like how they literally did that. It wasn't, I don't believe it was Arabs. I think that's insane and stupid. I think that they literally made it about that so they could go over to the Middle East and you would cheer it on. I think they're going to do the same thing with AI, where people go, you know what? I just want the damn computer to freaking rule us because at least it doesn't molest my kids.
And you're saying that's how we'll know that AI is ruling us, is when they do that?
I'm saying I think that they need you to consent to it.
At least illusionarily, I would say. Because that's what I was talking about before all this live. I was talking, and I was like, it is interesting that within the last short time period, 5 years, 10 years, everything is in your face, and it just seems really stupid. Like Pam Bondi coming out specifically here at the congressional committee to talk about the Epstein files, but instead she's talking about, do you not see that the Dow Jones is 50,000? It's like everybody sees that and knows that's stupid. And the only strategy I can see in that is to get people to say, this is a failure. This isn't working. We want something better. It's the reverse psychology play.
Well, it sounds like that's what Tom is saying.
Well, that's what I was saying. It seems as though I would agree that it seems like that because it's too stupid now.
You know, what's her name? Kamala Harris is talking about running in 28 for president. And I wonder if an AI went up against her, if people would vote for the AI.
I think anybody
and it
who
would
goes
make
up
the
against her
AI
is gonna
say
win.
wild shit too.
I think anybody going up against Kamala is going to win.
But, that's a good thought experiment. AI is very fast. If they want to come up with a pun, if they want to do some research on you and they had full access to all the data, they could find instantaneously all this dirt on you. They could say, hey, I saw here in 1992, you were here at this address and this location. What do you say about that? I mean, they could just throw out instantaneous things that you have no response to. And if you want to talk about making a human look incompetent and a very poor leader comparative to AI, if they show that on a public scale, it could be convincing to a lot of people.
I'm sure it would be convincing in general.
And I hear some kind of like old school printer going on in the back, like a DPI printer.
Yeah, what is that?
Someone's sending Morse code to the Russians right now. I could feel it.
It's the aliens trying to communicate.
I was like, what is it? Am I hearing things?
It sounds
It's
Slavic.
my probe.
Whoa.
Oh, it's going off.
Whoa.
Time
What
to
is
change
it?
the probe.
Yeah, what does it mean when it goes off?
Time to
Tom?
put in my batteries in.
Are you going to use lithium or kind of
Use a
batteries are you
silver
going to use?
battery,
I'm
man.
gonna.
They'll keep going.
I was
and
gonna
going
say
and
I'm gonna
going.
use a solid state battery, dog. I'm a solid state man.
Wow. I owe
None
silver
of that
away.
liquid shit.
Yeah. There
was something else I was going to add to that.
Go ahead.
There's an example of, okay, do you remember when everybody was very up against having like a something tracking them? Like if they saw you wearing Google glasses, they'd like punch you. Do you remember that? Because it was filming them.
Yeah.
And now people like are always filming and how that dialectic is shifted. It's the same
people still get
idea.
upset, Tom.
Yeah, if you're the
Videos out
cops,
there,
but like,
people losing their shit when they find out that people are filming them. They go crazy.
sure, but my point is like it's still very much more common and normal now for somebody to have their phone out taking pictures. You're carrying around a human tracking device, and I remember when people were freaking out about Easy Pass tracking you. Like you don't realize how this shit is just shifting over and over and over. It's the same play every time. They just walk you right into the trap. Every time. It never changes.
Yeah. And usually what they dangle there is the technology, like advanced technology. Like, look at all the things you can do with this. It's shiny. Look at it. You want it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing. They can't make it work if it doesn't serve some sort of convenience where people, anything that makes life a little easier, we're going to embrace with open arms. We just will.
Well, I mean, it doesn't even have. Yeah. I mean, no, never mind.
Yeah, I always think
So
that.
that's.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, I always think it's interesting because the usefulness. Okay, I was like, man, more of those noises. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not losing it here. I'm always on this brink, so I always got to check myself.
Yeah. How much sleep have you had? Host?
Yeah. But I always think it's interesting because we always see the utility in all these technologies and advancements. And I think it's natural for humans to see the genuine possibilities. And I think because of that natural proclivity, that natural bend towards that thought, we're always hopeful that it's going to. And the reason why I'm saying that is I think because the powers that be know That's our human natural state, is to look for a good, useful, positive outcome. I think they also use that against us.
Yeah, there's a video I saw recently. It was pretty interesting. It's kind of like around what we're talking about, but it has to do with just severe indoctrination.
It's not Donald Duck, is it?
No.
Okay.
It's two gay men saying...
It's Donald Duck.
I know Tom's going to like this. I don't know where he went. It's kind of quiet right now. Oh, okay. Well, there's two gay men who are saying that they're against abortion. And then this interviewer lady asks them, what about if we could prove that the baby was gay? Could we still abort it? And then these gay men are like, oh, no, we can't abort that. It's like, man, you can just tell it's the indoctrination.
The baby
like,
has something in its ass.
Yeah, this is how you know.
Support abortion unless the baby.
Yeah, this is how you know that you are believing something that's not true, is when your own reasoning just doesn't add up. Anyway, here it is.
Baby's gay.
How do you guys feel about a woman's right to choose abortion?
I don't.
Hold on 1 second. I got to make sure that my...
No problem. Take your time.
I want to make sure my red flag is off. Okay, there we go.
I think it's the government's business, to be honest with you. I just have this natural resistance to the government being overly involved in that decision. That's between a woman, her doctor, and her spiritual guidance.
Yeah.
And I think it should be left there.
I tend to agree. You know, it's not the government's place to dictate how all that happens. So,
If we were able to know that a child in the womb was going to be gay, and let's say that mom was like, you know what, I just don't really want a gay child. Do you think that that's a reasonable reason to choose abortion?
Of course not.
No.
Of course not.
Come on.
I mean, that would shock me.
Yeah.
You know, that to me is shocking.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, but-
question your humanity.
There are people that say, abortion for any reason, it's the woman's choice. So, I mean, that would be a reasonable choice if we were to say just it's the woman's choice,
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
no, that's a shocking approach to that issue for me. That goes too far. I have 3 children of my own. I'm very lucky that way, and they're a blessing and bring me great joy, and that just continues.
I'm very fortunate. He and I are together, and I've got a relationship with his kids, and now I've got a relationship with his grandkids too.
They support abortion unless the baby's.
He's got a relationship with his grandkids too. You can tell.
It's a
I think
shocking approach to that issue.
I think they started figuring out she may not be on their team when they all start looking at the camera. Like yeah, who are you guys with? Like, I think they thought she was on their side, and then when she started asking these
Fudge Packer
questions,
News.
what's that?
We're with Fudge Packer News.
Yeah, they're definitely packing some fudge too. You could tell. This guy's got grandkids for days.
They work at a candy store.
Oh yeah, they got some Twix. What was I
Man,
gonna say?
that is definitely a strange place to live.
News network.
Well, no,
I
it's just,
agree.
it's just a strange place to live in your mind.
Yeah, like I'm all for abortion, women's rights, all that, but unless it's gay,
Yeah,
then you can.
I don't
can't
care
abort it at
what
that
people
point.
believe. That's their own prerogative. That's fine. I have mine. Everybody can have their own. But I have to also be accountable to my prerogative. If I'm going to say something, I need to own it. And anything that I own, because there's nothing 100% PC, as in politically correct, not your computer. And so there are going to be things that I have an opinion about, and I just need to own the things that are not so pleasant about it. And they will be. Guaranteed there will be some things, if I'm being logically consistent, and syllogistically follow the premises of what I'm saying, there will be things that I may not like. But I can't live in a mind that just says, you know what, I don't like this today. After I eat this cheeseburger, maybe I'm going to like something else. Oh, yeah, if that's against me as a person, maybe I'm going to change that. Now, what was the question again?
Sorry to offend if I offend anybody with this, but you have to have a bug brain to think that your able to see, even in the first place, it would be absurd to think that you could see if someone was gay in the womb. It doesn't take into account that behavior is an influence on your genes. It's just so stupid.
But
to
they
think
do
that you
say
can track it.
They say that babies are born gay or born trans. You can't assign them a gender and all that.
Yeah, but
so those are the same people. I know, but I'm saying like this is their logic that they have to deal with. Honestly, I don't really know why they couldn't say yes, still abort it even if it's gay, or yes, still abort it even if it's trans. Like what they could say that.
That's what I was saying.
Because that could be a helping hand. You never know. In 19 years, that hand.
That's what I was trying to say. I don't know how you live in that kind of a mind.
I think biologically there are cases where it's very, very rare, but it's what gender dysphoria, I think it's called, where there's a biological component.
But I don't know what happened to you when you were a kid. Like for all I know, it was because you got your booty touched, and there's a large likelihood that's the fucking possibility. You see it with a lot of abuse. It's very common.
Yeah, but I don't want to eliminate the biological component. I mean, there are literal people that are born with that imbalance. And again, it's rare. It's not a large percentage, but it is biologically and physically possible. So
but go into their person's background and see if there wasn't some sort of influence that pushed it that way. Yeah,
unfortunately, I got to run. I do have something I forgot, but I need to sign off. But Tom, as always, good to hear you on there, man. Everybody in the chat, again, it's good to see folks and input. Gentlemen, it's been a pleasure, and
likewise.
Catch everybody later.
He's gonna go get his lashings now. Sorry about that, Dad. We love you.
It's all good. It's all good. All right, later, folks.
Yeah.
All right.
See you.
Yeah, I don't know. It's very difficult for me because, a lot of times you use things like people want to utilize intellect or IQ as a metric, like even the military. If you have a below 84 IQ, they won't let you in because they know that under that spectrum, people become self-inflicting, and it's very hard for them to take orders in a structural manner. And so
IQ's kind of real.
Well, yeah, I believe that G ratio is something that can be used as a metric to see efficiencies of task. And the higher of your IQ, the more you're going to be efficient at multi spectrums. I'm not going to say multitasking, but multi-spectrums. Like I'll be able to do more than just understand. I need to put this mail in this mailbox. I need to put this letter in this box. That's a very simple task, and that's understandable that most people should be able to do that task. But when tasks become more complicated, like, well, you need to read this document, understand what it's saying, and then decide out of these 100 boxes, which one should be the right box to put it in. Well, that's going to take a lot more intellectual fortitude. And because there's multifaceted levels. Now you need comprehension skills. You need to understand categorical imperatives, all kinds of things here. And so those things are real. So I wouldn't deny that there is a real thing for that. But what I'm saying is, because it's just mind-blowing, not because they're gay and not because they have children or abortion or anything. It's the idea that I want to give women this choice, and these are all archetypes. I want to give women this choice, this freedom, this absolute freedom, because I want this freedom, them being as a gay man. Okay, I get that. So let's stick with that line, right? But as soon as the proposition becomes an anti-narrative, well, this could actually abrogate gay people. Oh, no, absolutely. Take away the women's rights. They need to become slaves now.
Well, because it has nothing to do with the thing you're saying. It's literally because it's like I guarantee you it's like some strength in numbers shit where they're like, well, if that's another guy that we can have march in the line, then that's what we need. Like it's literally just like if it's good is good if it's good for me, Yeah,
see, that's a very hard place to live. Like in my mind, it's very tough.
I'm with you.
Because there's a lot of things that I believe, and it's something I really believe. But I know when I go to the logical end of that belief, there's going to be some things I personally don't like. But if I believe it, I'm going to have to just say it. I'm going to have to deal with it because that's just a part of the belief.
Like what?
Like if I say that I believe that the government is doing things in a malicious stance, I can't also at the same time say, oh, they're a loving father.
Mm-hmm. So what are you running into there?
Well, that's what I'm saying. It'd be the same thing. It's like if some people, they want to posit both, not either or. They want to say, oh, the government, yeah, they do some bad things, but they're always doing it for our good. I was like, but what kind of person would want a father like that? So you're telling me that your father beats you every night and you're going to say that's for your good?
Well, I was mouthy.
Did you say you were mounted?
No, I said mouthy. Jesus Christ.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. It's like either there has to be some static thing and you take it to its end and you believe it, or you have to change your proposition no matter how much you don't like it. There's just many, many things like that in the world. And yeah, there's spectrums of things, like things that are subjective, me being the subjective perception viewer. But then there has to be some static things. Like, I don't want to argue over here, should humans have zero value? Or should I say all humans have some value? Because once you get to, well, it's subjective, now you're left with the quandary, who's the arbiter of this spectrum? Oh, it's the powerful. Well, then who cares what I think? I can't change anything. I'm not a powerful person. So now you're left with the idea that...
There was a time previously where there was like a consensus across everybody where it seemed like, for the most part, people realized that anything that like reduces a person's value is inherently dehumanizing. And now we're somehow walking from that. So it's like those institutions that you're talking about could have been once good, but of course get infiltrated and then turn, and they use generational, probably comfort to invert that. And everything always seems to get inverted because there are people that are just desperate for power, and most of them are fucking losers.
Yeah, I don't disagree. It's just like I'm saying, the average person, they're left in this limbo land because, and of course I'm in the same bucket. I'm not saying average person because I'm not. We're all in this limbo land because there's this government and we're just left in this weird quandary. We want to believe that there's hope, but who's propagating
Why does there need to be hope? That's where you lose me, is where you need to have hope. You need daddy. Daddy, I need you. Rather than it being like, fuck them then. If you're not going to do what we want, then go fuck yourself.
Well, the problem isn't
guns. Last time I checked, and I'll give you the bullets.
The problem isn't problem isn't like who.
I'm not saying for you. I'm just saying in general.
Yeah,
it's a mindset that I don't understand.
I don't think any of us are immune from this. It's not. Nobody can live without daddy. The question is who's your daddy? Because if you think about it,
you can also choose your daddy if you want to say, like, if you're like somebody, let's literally take it there. Let's literally go your dad. Mm-hmm. Okay, fine. So if your dad sucks ass, right? You can always have a mentor that doesn't. And you can still get all the benefits of having a fucking parental figure that you're looking for that teaches you what you like. You literally could do that. I've done that in my life, and my dad doesn't suck, but like he's not a business guy. Right. So I've had to learn things from people that aren't related to me, and I've ended up having really good friends out of that. You know what I mean? What?
It's your articulation. I enjoy it. I like it. It's just funny. Yeah, I agree,
aggro, but
I agree. But that's what I'm saying. We can't. Anarchy is never a solution either. Like, as a group becomes larger, power dynamics is always going to play out, and there's no way to fix that. You can't kill everybody, and you can't force everybody to listen to you. So, some point, hierarchy has to be real, no matter if people like it or not. It's just part of self-preservation and instinct. So the question is you can't. The question shouldn't be, can I do it without daddy? The real question is who's going to be your daddy? And I think that's the idea of, the idea of a republic is that we have this government. There's too many people. Again, a republic is because there's too many people. I need a representative speaking on behalf of this large segment of people because I believe that this is all going to function under this government or this my daddy. And if it was all perfected, then, yeah, you could vote for your daddy. But that's what I was trying to say.
You can vote in other ways other than literally voting.
Yeah, like, of course.
Whenever you play someone else's game, that's when you start to lose.
Yeah, but you have to play somebody's game. Unless you're the daddy, you got to play somebody's game.
Not really. Not really. You don't have to.
You don't use US dollars?
You can use US dollars and still not be playing by someone's game. If US dollars aren't working for me, I can play a different game.
Yeah, but who's controlling that currency function? It ain't you.
I just use it until the next thing works for me.
Right. So you have to play somebody's game.
You want to be sure, but if that somebody ends up screwing me over, I just go, oh, fuck you then, and I move on to the next one. And collectively, if we could get all on that page, you wouldn't have the problems that we have. Well, other people make excuses for daddy. Yes, daddy rapes, but he loves us.
I don't disagree. We are all at some point playing some kind of victim, but I don't know.
I'll never live my life like that. You can totally and absolutely go fuck yourselves. Like, that's how I feel about it. I do what I want.
But you're still inside the Monopoly game.
I choose to be inside the Monopoly game.
Yeah, you could choose to kill yourself.
No, I don't have to choose to kill myself. I've actually made a decent life where I could still work within the bounds of the game, but not totally. I could go buy precious metals and trade them with people. I could go do trade and barter with people. I've acquired assets because I don't play someone else's game. I play mine. I don't go, oh, if I do 10 jobs, I get, you'll feed me a couple more beans. I've never been like that.
Well, you only played that within the infrastructure, the regulation of the United States. If they started bringing back the 1933 or 1934 Gold Act and said now all gold possession is illegal, you will turn it in, then now they're going to do
it with gold. I'll buy tractors and trade those.
Right, but they could do that with anything. That's what I'm saying. They're in control of the moderation of the game.
Okay,
and so
then if I'm playing, you can literally play a different game. You don't have to choose that game. There's assets or other things you can play within the bounds of the game. That's the whole point. You don't have to listen to what someone's telling you. It's just that everybody has to get on the same beat and go, oh, it takes literally a child sacrifice before people start getting with the program.
Oh, someone here?
I can hear you.
Who's this? I can't see the.
It's our bro.
Who goes there?
I didn't see a face, so that's fine. Let me post you in.
Show yourself.
It's Oregon, bruh.
Yeah, I'm not implying the fact that you can't be individualistic and have your own strategy. That's probably the better word. You can have your own strategy, but you're never going to be able to accomplish a universal metric without a larger hierarchy. Like, the reason why the government, the U.S. dollars work, or let's more specifically say it's a reserve currency, is because they have convinced it a universal hierarchy of acceptance. Now, of course, every country, just like you, every country could say, forget that. I reject this game. But then, because America has the power to do things, they could put all kinds of restrictions. We're going to show you freedom. We're going to come into your country, whatever, to try to enforce a regulatory function back to you to comply to the game.
It depends. It depends on how far that pushback goes. That's the problem with what you're saying, is that if there's a large enough consensus, that all changes and shifts. If we kind of got on the same page about a lot of that stuff because we knew we were getting screwed, if you paid half your salary in taxes and you still lost your fillings on a pothole in the middle of the year, I think that you should push back a little. I don't think that you should continuously take it in your fucking keister for the rest of your life. Now, that's just my opinion, but I think that that's what people continuously do because they're conditioned to. I'm hoping that starts to shift, and where it goes is what's the scary thing, because people, when I hear people go, oh, well, they're just going to do this and they're just going to do that. Fuck them. What do you mean? Go fuck your mother. I'm not fucking like fuck you. Well, you know what I mean?
That's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, maybe we call it different things. Maybe it's a articulative difference, but I call that strategy. I know I'm never going to be the one to be able to create the board game. So I have to learn the rules as much as I can so I can utilize them to my benefit as much as possible. And I'm going to have a different strategy than probably other people. Now, of course, like with any board game, it has a set rule, and those are your base rules. But if you really study the rules, you'll find loopholes. You'll find more efficient means to play with the rules. And I would call that, better strategy. But I'm never going to be able to be the one that says, I'm going to create this universal infrastructure, which I can coin it host
no,
is
but the people
host
that are
is
building
world.
the infrastructure that you're talking about are the ones that have to consent to playing the same game. We can always fucking throw that game right off the table and play a new one. That's the point. The point is, if there's more of you than there are of them, then they're the ones that have to consent to you, bitch. That's the fucking point. Like, if everybody we have a unique opportunity with this whole Epstein thing where there has to be consent in society or they're fucked too.
Oh, you're talking about like on a larger scale, like a revolution.
It doesn't even have to. How is it a revolution if there's 19 people controlling you? What revolution?
Well, no, I'm not talking about.
I'm not fighting. But I'm not fighting against. But I'm not fighting against. My point is, I'm not fighting against people that are my neighbor. I'm fighting against people not that are even a neighboring country. I'm fighting against the idea of the everybody on that list and going to Epstein's place. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're fighting against that. That's not that big.
And it's also more than that. It's just what they do in general with DARPA, what CERN's doing. I know it's a lot of it's just
hey, take it easy there.
all right, I'll take it easy.
I'm joking. Go ahead.
For YouTube guys. What's funny about this whole censorship stuff, though, real quick, is they're now letting everyone talk about everything right now until what?
Except
suicide
sort of
thing happens. And so, are they doing this to destroy more channels in the long run? Going to let all these people gain all these subscribers and all these views, and then cancel them? Is this a demoralization ritual?
Well, that's a good idea. If they're going to let us say whatever we want right now, and then, in a couple of months, they're going to be like, you know what? Anybody who says these words or has ever said these words, they're going to get canceled. So then they can just wipe all of these YouTube videos out.
Do you notice that it comes in waves?
Yeah, exactly.
If Tom is
coming in waves,
if Tom is right, and the objective is to,
and I am.
Well, that's fine. You very well may be.
Yeah, why would you even question that?
I'm fucking with you.
Well, I mean, hey, you very well may be.
I'm fucking with you.
But if Tom is right, and the idea is...
No, Tom, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that, Tom.
What do I need to do?
But if Tom is right, and the objective is to bring in a new hierarchical structure, let's say like AI or whatever, then it would make sense. Like, for me, these patterns are very synced. So, because you have Somebody's got to do something. There's got to be an agenda somewhere. I just don't believe they're just a bunch of chickens just hopping around. So if there's mass uncensorship, then you have to ask yourself, what's the benefit? And so then you have to see what's the future. So if Tom's right, and the infrastructure plan is to be shift to something that's a non-humanistic control, then what you want is the idea that humans have the ability to make that decision. And so Tom was earlier talking about, so if everybody could feel as though this is better, let's take that, then what they have to do is have the freedom to say that. So if the agenda really is to do that, uncensor everything, let people say whatever they want, they'll unify under what can we do to change this regime. And then if the government keeps on propagating the illusion that AI is better, then eventually once that opportunity arises, they've already centralized around this theme because they've uncensored everything, and uncensorship will bring unification, which then will allow people to say, we've been talking about this for months. Let's just do it. The opportunity's here.
They censor you to rile you up, though. That's why there's a timing variant to it. They're getting you riled up. They keep it's like shaking up a fucking hive of bees.
Yeah.
And you're gonna take it, loosen the cap, and throw it in someone's window. It's literally you're being played when they start the censorship bullshit. They're riling you up for a reason. Is it because there's midterms coming up? That's what I think the surface level argument will be. But I think deep down, if you wanted to slowly erode a machine so you think that they don't care if you say shit. They want you to, in my opinion, they want you to get riled up, and then you can say whatever you want. They literally opened up Twitter for that reason, so that you'd still engage. They're all on the same goddamn team. So you're still over there screaming whatever you're screaming into the void, but I'm getting you to engage, to think that it's a way to corral you. It's a crowd control. And then you go out and you tire yourself out and you think you're part of some movement, and then you hit send. It's fake. Same thing with this. They'll censor you here. I literally didn't say anything the other week. I talked about AI government, and I saw in the comments other people were saying Epstein, so it wasn't that. It was AI government, and then they flagged my account, which good. Go again. I don't care. I'll make 9 accounts. I'll say whatever I want, bitch.
Yeah, well, I encourage you to continue saying whatever you want.
Even now, I noticed something else that's weird is they're not putting stuff on the actual screen sometimes, but they're putting it in the comment section. And sometimes they're putting in the comment, or they're not putting in the comment section, they're putting it on the screen, so they're just picking and choosing.
See, that's very interesting. What you see on the screen is an API. That should be directly connected to whatever is being
That's
inputted.
a timing thing, basically.
Here's one. Yeah, I know, but Noah Cloud, for example, said, ask a woman if men looking at other girls' sexy selfies is bad. Then ask her if posting a sexy selfie is wrong. And he was just saying the inconsistency there. Iron Man also said, right before that, he said, that's like saying babies are born mass murderers and drug addicts when we were talking about homosexuals being born as homosexuals or whatever. Those 2 comments didn't show up on the screen. So if you rewind it, it's going to show you all the, if you rewind this footage, you can see it's going to show you all the comments before and after those 2 comments. Those 2 comments didn't make it on screen for whatever reason.
Right.
I get Iron Man, so he's talking about mass murderers, drug addicts, stuff like that. Noah Clouds isn't really saying anything. I mean, I guess it has the word sexy in it, but I don't think that, if the YouTube bot cares about that, that's stupid. But most of the stuff you guys can read for yourself in the comments, but I just thought that was I'm just watching both now. You have to watch both.
The point is they're turning up the censorship.
Turn it up.
Well, I really do believe that.
That's what.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say that's what's happening. At the end of the day, however we analyze it, the reality is they're turning it up at the moment. I'm sure enough people will get pissed off at it soon. Give it 5 months, and people will go, I'm tired of this or I'm tired of that, and then some other thing will appear or some revelation. We replaced the CEO of YouTube with some new CEO of YouTube, and now everything's resolved and people will cheer for it because they're bug brains. They don't see what they're being played.
Every week. They're a bunch of bug brains.
Well, Tom
Am I wrong though? I mean, come on.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tom is always right. So I mean, honestly, I don't know why we even argue with him. I don't know why anybody argues with him.
Exactly. Exactly.
We're just wasting our time. We're spinning our rubber. Honestly, I think Tom for president.
Well, what would you do with the bug brains, Tom?
I just want people to not be so naive or willfully ignorant. Like, that's the thing that drives me crazy is like people are like, well, maybe it'll get better if we just stick our asses in the air and let them fuck us. And it's like, no, because then you get then you get raped. Why would we want to do that? Well, at least we're still alive to breathe another day.
I agree. Yeah.
So what do you have us do? What would you have us do with all of the bug brains out there and the bird brains even? Let's include them in there too.
Yeah.
What do you have us do with them?
I actually don't not comply.
No, I'm saying, what do you do with them? Let's say you were president and you had the opportunity to control things. What would you do with all the pea brains?
Oh yeah, the pea brains, the bug brains, and the bird brains.
That's not what. But that being the president doesn't fix that.
No, I know. We're just giving.
If there's something I could put in the drinking water to make people's brain.
I'm just putting out the hypothetical. Assume that you had the power. What would if the pea brains are the problem? What would you do with them? Would you just get rid of them?
No. It's not the answer. The reason why they are the way they are is because they've been slowly demoralized and poisoned to death. I would remove the poisons from their food. I would give them more opportunity so they're not so destitute and able to not, so everybody's not completely fucked all the time. So their only state of mind is fear and panic and being annoyed. I'd probably take away as many stressors as I can, but also like enforce as much as you could without forcing, but you kind of instill in people's mind the way that they instilled smoking was bad for you in people's mind.
But you're acting like once they become smart, they're all going to agree with you. There's a lot of geniuses that are not going to agree with your conclusions.
That would give a consensus. Like, again, like with smoking, there's a whole shitload of people. I would say the majority of people would say it's not great for you, at the very least.
But I'm saying,
consensus.
You're saying you would like to grow these brains, and if you grow these brains and become smart, they may or may not agree with you. They may disagree with you.
I think if you don't abuse people, they can disagree with you all you want, but they know that you're not abusing them, and they know they were abused before.
Well, they might actually overthrow you
for at least a generation.
They're going to be. They may be smarter than you, overthrow you, and then kill you,
and then bring back the pea brains.
Yeah, maybe they like the pea brains.
But if you do it in a way where you create a martyr out of you because you were good to them after they were just getting their asses beat, they're not going to forget that. The whole thing is people get screwed so hard that if you remove the screws being twisted on them in their lifetimes, then I don't care if they shoot you in the head. The process is already flipping the other way because people know what it could be. It's like when they removed the homeless off the street for a day in California and like solved a bunch of problems overnight, and people were like, "Wait, you can do that?" It makes people go,
"Oh." The homeless off the streets for some other foreign leader to come by and do some.
That's what I mean. Just immediately solve a problem. People are like, "Wait, what the fuck just happened?" And that's what you could do where you can't turn back from things like that. That is like an erosion, and trust and consensus is the only way this shit works.
It's a hard balance because it's interesting. There was this kid. I don't even know how old he is. It looked like maybe he's like 18, 20. And he was interviewing a British diplomat, and he asked him, "So you don't think wealth distribution is good?" And the guy said, and he's very Socratic. He's like, "Well, why should I?" He never answers the question. Just, why should I? And the kid was like, "Well, don't you think it would help people who are struggling?" And his answer was, "Why do you think it would help people? Don't you think it would just enable them?" Yeah, well, don't you think that it would just enable people to be lazy? And then the kid responded with, "Well, even a little bit of help. Don't you think that would at least help reduce some stress?" And he's like, Well, you think that's the solution? That's the end? That can be actually an end to the problem? So everything the guy
That
was...
guy's eating people. That guy's eating people. I'm sorry.
What about just yeah, you're not wrong, by the way. You're definitely eating puppy head sandwiches and baby stew. But the when I hear shit like that, how can nobody argue with that? I'd whip that guy's ass in an argument. It's not even oh, do you think that wealth distribution is good? It's like that immediately triggers people. But if you just said, well, what if you just stopped taking everyone's money out of their fucking check and then said you have to pay, I don't know, 25% of your earnings, but you get to pick what you spend it on. Well, that immediately creates a consensus where people know what they're spending their money on and they get what they pay for. So that's the kind of shit that if I were dictator of the world, I would do. Because then you consented to it.
But you're not going to fix homelessness and hunger.
What?
Then when you receive profits for every bullet we shoot and every bomb we drop, and that needs to come back on our tax returns.
Exactly. That's the fucking problem we have. That.
I was saying, you're not going to fix world hunger or world homelessness or anything else. You're still going to have homeless people because they don't want to work. You're going to still have hungry people because they don't want to eat. You're going to have thirsty people because they don't want to drink. So what do you do?
I think that all those problems are probably not as hard to solve as you think. I mean, your goddamn government's the reason why they're all drug addicts in the first place.
Why is everybody using this "you" word? It's your government too.
I'm just okay. Fine, our government.
Yeah. Let's embrace it.
Our retard baby.
Let's embrace it.
Yeah, don't you pledge allegiance?
No.
America, the serpent of America.
Yeah, for real.
What was that? What did you say? What was that?
Amaruca, the plume. We live in Amaruca, the plume serpent of America. It's a whole. It's a South American god, but the whole thing. When the founding fathers in the 13 colonies, they believed in Amaruca.
You know, this is always a contingency between, I think, me and Tom.
Why?
Well, I'm saying on a micro scale. We probably agree on a larger scale. You know, it's tough because you believe if people are given opportunity, they will ultimately be more efficient, hard worker, and take value.
No, I just don't believe in raping your population.
Oh, no that's what I'm saying. All right, we agree on that. Yeah, kudos. You know, we can sing Kumbaya on that. I'm just saying, you know, it's a hard thing because the government has curated our society so much now that, because we've had this conversation before, that is there a way to fix this cycle of hopelessness of saying this illusion, AI's taken over, I can't have a job, I'm not going to be able to do anything, and then added all the gaming life, all the internet life, which says I'm going to get my dopamine response from this entertainment, not from a job or a career or from something that I can build, but more or less, why should I? And so let me just find satisfaction in artificial realities. And I'm saying, I don't know if you can fix that.
Mm-hmm.
And your argument usually is, no, if people find value in what they do, they will come back.
Now, are you doing this in the terms of like dictator for a life? Or are you doing this in Realityville?
Well, I was just saying, you know, in reality, because that's usually what we were talking about in past conversations.
Well, okay, because I mean, you could solve those problems, but it would have to actually be turning the screws on it. Like I could block you from playing a game or make it. If you're already lazy, I can make things hard enough that you'll just do the other thing.
But see, then you become the elite.
No, the elite are eating babies and raping
Forget
them
the
before
baby
they
eating.
eat them.
Outside of the baby eating.
Well, but that takes a special kind of shithead.
Yeah, I
to
agree.
be
I
that
agree.
like
It
that.
takes
You know
a
what I'm
special
saying?
person for that.
So, like, I think that it's literally just a consent thing. It's like, I think you could play video games, but your life's going to suck. But most of the people believe the video games aren't new. Addictive video games aren't new. But people aren't all throwing their lives away for it. It's just that when you feel like there is no hope for your future, you will throw your life away for it because fuck it. That's what you also have to come to the terms with, is that not everybody would do that if it was worth it to go do something else.
See, in my mind, it takes a catastrophe to break this kind of indoctrination.
Yeah, I'm wondering if the government has already tried that method that you're talking about, Tom, many years ago. Maybe they tried that and it didn't work. So now they've tried other things and they didn't work. And they've tried other things and now, they're purposely
tried what?
This video game tactic, for example, making the homeless people's lives more harder. And we just didn't know about it, but maybe they were doing that to, even the homeless people.
They're all
didn't even
drug
know about
addicts.
it.
They're all drug addicts
Yeah,
because
so-
they're all being pumped up with drugs that are being sold in the street by your government.
What if?
Like, what are you talking about?
What
What
if-
if they didn't do that, and what if they caused the problem? What if?
Look, Tom, I'm not questioning
Yes.
your authority. I'm not questioning that you're right or not.
okay.
Okay, we all know.
Okay, all right.
What
Thank
I'm
you.
asking.
All right, I'm calm.
What I'm asking. What I'm asking is, what if the government is pumping them full of drugs, lacing everything with fentanyl and all this stuff as a tactic to make their lives more miserable, to get them to motivate? And even, what if these elites aren't actually eating babies? They're just saying that because they know that the homeless people are the only ones who actually care about that. All the middle class people could care less. But all the homeless people are the ones who are going to join a militia because they got nothing to lose. So they're trying to incentivize the homeless people to get up and do something with your life. And then
Are you smoking crack?
that the government gave me, yes. But it's not laced.
Okay, now we're on the same page.
So they're trying to do this. It's just not the way you would do it, but they're maybe doing your strategy. Maybe it looks different. And again, they're trying to eliminate the homeless people's babies and terminate them by the homeless people's own free choice by enabling all this healthcare stuff, abortion, trans stuff, assisted suicide. Again, the drugs and alcohol that kills the babies inside the womb and all that. So they're already doing it. They're not allowing the homeless people
The
to
inner
repopulate.
machinations of your mind are an enigma, Patrick. Holy shit. What are you even talking about? Like, the homeless people aren't inverting any. I hope you're fucking with me.
No, the government is doing this to the homeless people. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because they're going to turn it around and be like, oh, well, maybe they'll fight back.
No.
Maybe the drug addict will come
They're
out of the
not-
crack den.
Yeah, they're not. They don't think that the homeless people are going to actually fight back and definitely not win. They're just trying to get the homeless people to do something. It's like they're just saying, do something, get a job.
They are.
or do
They're
something,
shooting
join a
up
militia,
fentanyl and smoking crack.
Yeah, you could do that too. Do something by eliminating yourself and leaving more resources for the rest of us. So they're still doing something. They're just motivating the homeless people to do it. They're basically giving them both
government
pills.
would do that if you need productivity to go up, though. What a dipshit government idea. If
They don't-
you're trying
You
to
think
run
they
a
care about the
government
production
efficiently-
rate of homeless people? What do homeless
but
people
you
have to
wouldn't be
provide for
homeless
society?
if you weren't sucking on a crack pipe? That's why your grandpa's grandpa wasn't a fucking crackhead, dummy. Because if there's not a thing to be sucked on, then they're still going to be productive. Even when they were alcoholics, they were more productive than they are now.
That's true.
It's not.
You've got a very good
It's
point
not.
there, actually. Yeah.
Thank you.
Wait,
Recognizing
Organ
my
Bro, you knew my
brilliance.
great grandpa?
No, back in the day, they didn't have crack and meth like 200 years ago. I'm sure they didn't have that. If they did have a drug, it was.
I
something
know
natural,
El
like heroin or
Rodriguez.
I'll tell you what they did have that's probably stronger than all of that, which we all should know, is the opiate trade. That's been
That's what I'm
going.
saying. Yeah.
I mean, that'll put you in a
Yeah, how'd
zombie
that
state.
work out for China?
Oh yeah, well, how did it work out for
Great,
any?
actually.
How did it work out for a lot? Well, selling it, but if you got addicted to the opiates, that'll put you in a zombie state just as fast as anything.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm talking about the
He
East
got burned to
India
death.
Company.
Here, opium den.
And the And the Brits. I'm talking about way back in.
Sorry.
I'm talking about way back in the day in the East India Trade Company and the Brits, infiltrating the Chinese, and now they still have a fucking grudge about it, which is
That's
like
true.
my character on the screen. Still thinking about it if you look deep into his squinty eye.
But what I'm trying to point at is the issue with dependency, the issue with trying to alleviate the struggles of your reality with drugs or anything else. It's always been around. So, I mean, you can call whatever modern drugs or modern synthesized chemicals or whatever we want, even medications that they give you, how much that affects people's mental states. The idea that it's always been around is not the new thing. The issue is how are they using it? I would say back in the day, they were using it for simple things. We're going to utilize it to control people for dependency, and we're going to utilize it to make money to enlarge our government. But in today's day, that's not a big deal. They could do that. They don't need it for those means. So it's to me, it's a more, I don't know, maybe I'm just projecting, but it's more complex in the sense that if I was a government and I was distributing drugs out to the public, it's not going to be simply just because I want to control them. It has to be, in my mind, something more than that, because they can do that in 100 different ways in 2026. So
then they do. It's also a fundraiser to make money for other things. There's an entire satisfactory network that goes on, just like with human trafficking, where you don't know what parts of your economy are full of shadowy places and which parts aren't. And that's the reality of what's going on. It's just, but it is happening, and there is a reason why it's happening, and it wasn't before. It's out of control, by the way. It's not for anyone's benefit. Well, I take that back. Someone's benefiting. But to kill people off seems to be pretty important for what God knows what reason. I don't see where the benefits are. I think that they are anticipating robots and shit like that. So I really believe that COVID vaccine was all part of that plan to eliminate people that are white collar workers. And as time has gone on, I've been hearing people echo the same thing.
If I can, real quick. So that we're year 5 right now, by the way, in the COVID experiment. With the jab experiment, we won't know for another 5 years the full extent of everything, by the way. And robotics was definitely a large component into. Now it's an interest of helping medical care, which that's going to be a huge investor for robotics and stuff like that would be the medical companies. And so that's partly what it was to definitely replace people on a large scale as much as they can. I mean, I'm pretty sure they have estimates, but really don't know the exact numbers until they get there. But that's why I think probably why the claims of how much robots are we're producing this, and it sounds like they're overproducing robots already. But we don't, just like with the UFOs, said this before, we don't really know until they disclose. But so far, that seems to be like what you're saying, Tommy. That's what the jabs are. All this robotics.
It's a population argument, in my opinion. It's literally just they have too many baby boomers aging into retirement, and they need to offset that. And there's not enough people working, so you have to have a bunch of productivity increases going on in the economy. And if that doesn't happen, you have to wipe a bunch of people out because there's not enough people over here to sustain the people over there. That's at least the argument. Now, if you're talking about what? oh, thank you.
I said praise.
You're going
God.
To heaven, buddy.
A gun's a gun.
I got a phone call to make for you.
Well, we've covered a lot of things that I think a lot of people are contemplating about. But you've headed to this, and I'm going to have to end with this. But you've headed to the idea that we should conversate about something that's going to be more practical and applicable for the person than just shooting a bunch of jive.
You laughed at that.
Well, yeah, of course, because,
Because where you're going, we cannot follow.
I think there's
Sure you can.
well, I can't jump on that bandwagon right now. We're cutting close, but maybe you and Oregon Bro and Ted and everybody can come back next week and tell us, because I was going to ask you, what should we do? And don't give me the generics. And if you don't give me the generics, you give me something more specific.
Give me an example of what you're looking for.
I will give you some specifics. That's something for you to think about
right now.
Like, tell me a plan. I can't, because if I do, if I give you something that you already know, you're going to draw this conversation out.
Yeah, we're already overdue.
No, I won't. I promise. I promise you, I won't. So I know what to think on.
Peaky promise.
Something
Pinky
like.
promise.
Something like, we're going to create a regulatory system of food distribution based upon your contribution to government infrastructure that's leading towards building a stronger AI force, because we are now just going to be upfront telling you that AI is going to take over. So those who contribute to the AI infrastructure, they're going to have monetary or food assistance. Maybe you will suppress welfare, Section 8 housing, SNAP benefits, whatever, for those who actually are moving towards helping AI governmental infrastructure. Huh?
What did I say? What did I say before that you're alluding to that? You're talking about an overarching societal change, or are you talking about what I said before with like, rather than wasting our time bullshitting, why don't we talk about something that's like more beneficial to our lives?
The reason
that's where I'm losing you.
The reason why is because if the objective is for the government to lead towards, like, assuming your proposition, the government's trying to lead towards an AI government. The question is what can we do? And what should we be on the lookout for on a more specific sense? And that would become more applicable, more useful than just speculating.
Okay.
And I will bring some very specific things as well. So then we can say, here are some legitimate things that we could actually be proactive on doing, assuming that these things are about to arise.
Well, when you wanted to go back and forth in the Discord at some point or message me there, I could throw some concepts at you and you tell me if that's what you mean or if it isn't.
Yeah, absolutely. Message me in the Discord and we can conversate a little bit about that. But you as well, Oregon Bro, and I'll tell Ted the same thing. And maybe it could be a lot more of a applicable conversation. Sounds like a plan?
Sounds like a plan.
All right.
Trust the plan.
All right. I appreciate you guys tuning in. And as always, I appreciate everybody watching. And tune in this Saturday. Colleague drops a whole bunch of stuff about these things that we've been talking about these baby eaters and everybody else. So you guys should enjoy that. But as always, appreciate
on that.
Yeah. Appreciate Oregon Bro. Appreciate Tom. Appreciate Ted. Appreciate everybody chiming in. And appreciate all of you guys who are always in the chats as well. And if any of you guys want to come on to the live, you guys are free to as well. But anyways, thanks to everybody for tuning in. Until next time, this is the Matrix Network. I almost talked with a lisp.
We'll be back.
We're out of here.
Bye.